Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. I'm Life is Mine, so good to see you. And well, with the new year, 2017, what better way to start that than with a game cancellation? That's right, I'm talking about Scalebound. So without further ado, let's dive into a big pile of dragon shit. Talk about what the hell Scalebound was supposed to be, what it was, what it could have been, my opinions. I'm fucking pissed about it, to be honest with you. So let's fucking share all that shit. Without further ado, let's dive in, guys. Let's go and get stanky. Alright, so this is Scalebound. This footage was shown at Game3 2016 at the Microsoft press conference, developed by PlatinumGames and by the one and only creator of Bayonetta, which is Hideki Kamiya. Basically, they came out and PlatinumGames was like, oh, we have this awesome fucking game that has been talked about for quite some time. Believe it or not, Scalebound was actually created back in 2006. The concept has been bouncing around at the walls of PlatinumGames ever since, and basically it stars this dude right here. It was supposed to be a hack and slash type of on-rail shooting type of game where basically you had to save the planet of Dragoon from fucking crabs and big monsters and all those kinds of things like that. According to the PlatinumGames website, you were supposed to embark on an epic and dangerous journey across a faraway land like none you've ever seen. There you'll encounter ground-shakingly massive beasts and meet the only being that can stand against the overwhelming stampede, the last living member of a sacred race, a dragon. So basically the whole game was based on you, this dude who was going to be flying around fucking killing shit with this dragon, and it got canceled. It just came out of nowhere. We weren't expecting this. Fucking Microsoft just came out and was like, yep, we're not doing this anymore. We are officially done. And the worst thing about all of this is that the game looked pretty interesting. It wasn't going to be the best game ever made, of course. It wasn't going to be fucking Final Fantasy VII. It was fucking, Scalebound. It looks awesome. I mean, it probably wasn't even going to be as cool as Bayonetta, or Bayonetta 2 for that matter. But this gameplay that they're showing you right now, I love this style of gameplay. I really do. This hack and slash style, going back and forth between being on a dragon, kind of running around, things like that. It reminds me of one of my favorite games of all time, which is Panzer Dragoon. This was released on the Sega Saturn. It was one of the launch games back in 1995. And as you can see here, you're this dude riding around on this dragon, shooting some stuff, and this is on the Sega Saturn, so it's Sega Saturn-y. And this is just a game that I've really loved for a really long time, and I was so excited to see that they were going to be doing some sort of on-rail shooting, dragon-busting kind of gameplay again. Gameplay like this hasn't been seen in some time. The last one actually was Panzer Dragoon Orta, which was on the original Xbox. The only difference would be that Scalebound was going to be a lot bigger, a lot more beautiful, and it was going to have hack and slash elements to it that we have seen in the Devil May Cry genre, and also games like Bayonetta and God of War and things like that. But yeah, no, Scalebound was very interesting to me because actually Panzer Dragoon was I always really loved this game. This game was just, it was really beautiful for the time. I know it hasn't aged well, of course, but it's still a lot of fun when you go back and play it today. And I was really having high hopes for fucking Scalebound because of this game that you're looking at right now. I was like, oh my god, it's coming back. They're going to be doing it. They're going to be doing it. They're going to be doing it. And it turns out they're not going to be doing it. And it just fucking sucks. It's such a fucking letdown. It just is. I hate it when games get canceled. I hate it when there's really no rhyme or reason. I've been hearing about this game ever since, really, I remember probably 2013, right around when the Xbox One launched. They started saying, oh, Scalebound, and they showed this dude, and he's with his fucking dragon, fighting dragons and doing things, and he can morph into dragons and stuff like that, and it looked fucking cool. However, it's been canned. So anywho, Scalebound was supposed to be released on Xbox One and Windows 10. It was going to be a console exclusive. It was supposed to have 1 to 4 players. It was supposed to come out in 2017. Retail price at $59.99. Interestingly enough, this was going to be another Xbox Play Anywhere title. So you could either play on Xbox One or Windows 10 PC. So basically, if you bought the Windows 10 PC digital version, you got the Xbox One version, and vice versa, as we saw with games like Gears of War 4 and ReCore. The thing that is really confusing about all of this is that the way that this has been handled. So the most mind-boggling thing about all of this is the way that they've actually handled the cancellation of this game, and that is what has been upsetting me more and more and more. It's just fucking infuriating me as more as I go on. It just came up the other day. It just popped up and was like, boop, yep, Scalebound's done. We're not fucking doing this game anymore. Nobody really knew why. Nobody had a concept of what was happening or what was going on with it. According to Microsoft, after careful deliberation, Microsoft Studios has come to the decision to end the production for Scalebound. We're working hard to deliver an amazing lineup of games to our fans this year, including Halo Wars 2, Crackdown 3, State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, and other great experiences. For more information on our 2017 plans, please visit this link right here. And I clicked on that link, and basically all it was these are the things we've done this year. They were fantastic, and one of them is not Scalebound, and one of them will never be Scalebound. Scalebound has been completely obliterated from Microsoft's social media feeds and their pages and all those things like that, and it's leaving fans of Xbox and of this type of game wondering what the fuck is happening. Seriously. The biggest problem with this is that we never even got a say. Sure, there's been a lot of talk about this game might have sucked, there might have been this, it might have been that. PlatinumGames is definitely not the developer studio that they once were. They have been on a very steady decline, as we've seen with certain games like TMNT, Mutants in Manhattan. Or even the fucking shitty Transformer games, or even Star Fox Zero. But you know, the director of this game, I don't blame on those games, because he really didn't have anything to do with Star Fox and things like that. He was working on Scalebound. This was a passion project right after he, you know, was working on Bayonetta, and Microsoft just all of a sudden up and just canceled the game flat out. We don't know really why they've done this. And so on Platinum's website, and this is just a little bit what I'm talking about, president of the company, Kenichi Sato, said, "We are very disappointed things ended up this way, especially since we know how many of our fans were looking forward to this game as much as we were. Going forward, we will strive to continue delivering high-quality games to you, starting with Nier Automata in March, which is a PlayStation exclusive. It's also coming to PC, but it is going to be a PlayStation console exclusive, and including projects like Grand Blue Fantasy Project, Relink, and Lost Order in the future. We will keep working hard to meet your expectations, and we look forward to your continued support." Now, the biggest problem I have with that is the games they've been releasing as of recently have been extremely fucking terrible. Mutants in Manhattan was garbage. Transformers Rise of Dark Fuckfaces was abysmal. I mean, it was basically fucking Turtles in that game, or just the same engine with just fucking beating up at different enemies. I mean, you're beating up Autobots, you're beating up fucking foot soldiers. I mean, one's a little bit bigger. It was just, it's like the passion has been gone. And the biggest thing for me is that Scalebound was a passion project of Kamiya, and somebody that created Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, Resident Evil. I mean, he even has his hands in the original Resident Evil titles, 1 and 2 specifically. Even Beautiful Joe. I mean, he used to work for Capcom, and Capcom basically came from PlatinumGames came from Capcom. So, you know, I mean, just the biggest thing about this is that one of the greatest minds in gaming right now was just squashed, and we don't know why, and it's just really frustrating. As a gamer, I wish that developers would bring their games to an audience before they just automatically up and cut them. The biggest problem I have with the way that the gaming is today, I mean, it's getting better than it has been, but you should bring the games to us. Give us an alpha to play in. Give us a demo. Give us something to be able to see what your idea is, what the concept is. Let us figure out for ourselves if this is going to be a game that will work or will flounder. And really, it's only with testers, and I'm sure the game probably tested bad, you know, to a little audience, that, you know, like with testers and things like that. But the problem is, let gamers give you ideas how to make this game better. And if not, at the end of the day, we can tell you, you know, this game is fucking piece of shit and it doesn't need to exist. So I really, 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 really honestly believe that you should put more faith in your audience, put more faith in the market, and put more faith in the opinions of the people that will be buying this game. There were fans for this game, including myself. I bought an Xbox One with this game coming out in mind. I bought it originally for Rise of the Tomb Raider and some other games and things like that. Gears was going to be cool. Crackdown, still don't have that. State of Decay 2 looks awesome. But yeah, Scalebound was going to be one of those games that I was very interested in. And I was hoping that this would have been a game that we would have have seen, been able to play around with. I love the Panzer Dragoon games. I love beat 'em ups. I love hack and slash titles, and I don't think this game was going to be anything fantastic. I don't think it was going to bring anything new to the market, but it was going to be something very interesting to play. Get a whole new world, new characters, new IP. Start it off, and if it sucks, then you know what? People will be there to back it and help you fix that game, not just completely outright cancel the fucking thing. And that's the most frustrating part about this, is when they cancel games, they don't put us into consideration at all. The Scalebound was honestly one of the games that I bought an Xbox One for. And you know, I was just ready to completely immerse myself into Xbox, and Scalebound was going to be one of those games. Really awesome, exclusive from PlatinumGames. And it's very, very, very infuriating. I mean, what a way to fucking kick off a fucking year, right? Cancel one of your hope to be a new IP, a really big awesome looking game from a developer that's kind of on the rocks with a lot of people right now, a lot of companies as well. And the big thing about it is that Microsoft doesn't really have any role-playing games at all. I mean, this didn't really look like it had a lot of role-playing elements to it, but I mean, there's no exclusive role-playing games on Xbox. They're just not. I mean, it's really never known to have exclusive role-playing games, but not having any is just it's fucking infuriating, especially when you had something like this that was going to possibly come out and be a really cool game. I mean, I thought it looked pretty cool. It didn't look like it did anything new. It didn't look like it did anything interesting either. But the things that it did do, it looked like it did right, and it brought back a lot of the gameplay elements that I appreciated from Panzer Dragoon, and even Crimson Skies, and different like pilot fighter games, and like mixing that together with some Bayonetta action, and I don't know. It looked like, I mean, let's go back to the gameplay. It looked like there was like a whole bunch of like Tomb Raider and all kinds of shit in there. So I mean, yeah, you're basically fighting huge beasts and having your dragon come and swoop in on everything like that. Now, I mean, sure, it doesn't do anything groundbreaking or anything like that, but the seamless interface going back and forth between popping onto the enemy, killing it, going back to your dragon, back and forth, things like that. It looked like it could have been fun. Now, does this look like a masterpiece? No. Does it look like a great game? A 10, a 9, an 8? No. But, you know, it was going to be a good enough game to warrant some fans on Xbox. Maybe what they did was, you know, with Horizon Zero Dawn coming out, they kind of just saw this as it wasn't to be. Now, something that I am kind of kicking around in my head is this game truly done? Will we never see this game come to fruition again? I don't know. It's always hard to know with canceled games. But there's a possibility this may show up on PlayStation down the road. This may show up on the Nintendo Switch. You know, Nintendo and Sony both have fairly good relations with PlatinumGames, and you never know. Never say never when it comes to games, especially when this much money and effort has been put into a game. But you know, as of now, it is officially done. I mean, they were dangling this game in our faces not even 7 or 8 months ago. Back in June, during E3 2016, they were like, "Oh, here comes Scalebound, it's coming, it's gonna be awesome, you're gonna be this guy, you're gonna be riding around dragons, shooting shit, fucking fighting crabs with fucking arrows and shit," and then all of a sudden you fucking wake up one day and nope. You wake up one day and nope. And that's just it's just such bullshit. I just can't stand when games are fucking canned like this. You know, maybe they had a reason, maybe they were right. Maybe the game was just a complete piece of shit. Now, it didn't look like it did anything new at all. I mean, it looked like Rise of Tomb Raider. It looked like Devil May Cry. It looked like Bayonetta. It looked like all of these fucking games put together in one thing with fucking dragons. I mean, it was Panzer Dragoon was in there, too. And that was honestly the thing that I was the most excited for, was the combat between being a dragon, flying on the dragon, and also warping into some sort of dragon or some sort of dragoon, or I don't know. I'm just fucking pissed. I am extremely fucking upset about this, because this was another game that was just taken away from us without any rhyme or reason, and we don't really know why. I don't know if we'll ever even get an explanation of why this game was taken away, why it was canceled. And that's the most frustrating thing, being a gamer, somebody who spends the time and the energy researching the stuff, watching the videos, getting hyped, you know, following the social media now, checking out the Facebook, doing all this stuff, telling everybody about it, your friends, getting news, trying to figure out what's going on. And a game that's been in development for this long, to be able to have that, create a fan base like this for this amount of time, just to be taken away without any fucking reason, it's infuriating. it's straight up fucking infuriating. And you know, as an Xbox One owner, I'm fucking less likely to purchase more Xbox One games now because they have taken something from me that I was looking forward to. And I don't know. I hope the game gets a second breath of life on another console. I hope we see it live again, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to it. So I would like to hear what you guys think about this. Share your comments with me. Let me know down below what you guys thought about Scalebound. Did you think it was a piece of shit? Were you excited for it like I was? Let me know. I'll be here. I'm Life is Mine. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Scalebound is officially dead, and that fucking sucks. But maybe it's for a good reason. Maybe it'll turn up on Switch's Legend of Scales Mario World 5. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next time. I'm kind of looking at some pictures here we got about Scalebound. We were supposed to have dragons and magic. And we're supposed to have big open worlds. This one actually looks pretty shitty. I mean, this looks like I could have fucking done this. This one looks pretty bad. You know, there's some cut scenes about this dragon you're riding. The dude looks like Dragonheart, fucking killing tree beasts and punching dragons' faces in the mouth. I bet he tastes horrible. So, I mean, you know, the game was supposed to be... It was supposed to be Panzer Dragoon, in my opinion. The game was supposed to be fucking cool. But Microsoft thought elsewise. I just fucking hate it when companies cancel games. They just fucking do. It's just unbelievable. It's like, how the fuck do you have the goal to fucking... It's like, oh, look what I got, a little fucking piece of meat, and they fucking just take it away from you. They're like, nope. Sorry. Hope you didn't want that Scalebound. I didn't. I'm good. You know, I'm good sitting over here with my Gears of War 4, my Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't need no fucking Scalebound. I don't need no new IP. I don't need to try something new, experience something new. I don't know.